Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It is Rachel here, and today I'm celebrating Yes Please Papercraft's 5K celebration hop from Karen. She sells these beautiful flares. They're absolutely gorgeous, and that is what I'm using today in this project. I am also using a little sequin mix from my sequin mix shop. It doesn't have the label on there, but that's the mix itself. All the links for all of these things will be down below. So I am using the Cocoa Vanilla Studio These Days collection. It is one of my favorite collections of the year, and I actually have a sequin mix in my shop that matches this collection, but the one I'm using today is is which one is this called? It's called Bambi. And I'm using that for my little pockets because I'm making a pocket letter. I don't think I mentioned that. So I am participating in this wonderful YouTube hop, hosted by Karen, celebrating her shop, hitting 5K, all the things, and having fun with that. So please make sure you check out everyone else's videos down below. It's a fun time celebrating our friends and their businesses. So she was kind enough to send over these flare buttons that I'm going to use, and they're very, very cute. I hope you'll go check out her shop. Links for everything will be down below. And yeah, let's get started on this pocket letter. This is quite a long video for just a simple pocket letter, but I do hope you enjoy it. This collection is so pretty. I'm cutting out these pocket uh, Project Life cards. They're just like 3x4 cards. And yeah, so what I'm making today is a pocket letter. These are often used a lot of times in Happy Mail, and um, yeah, that's basically what I use them for, is Happy Mail. So I think I know exactly who this is going to, and I hope she will like it. So usually I use different pattern papers in my pocket letters. Today I'm using a lot of the cut-aparts and from the Project Life cards. Um, so yeah, you'll see me use an assortment here of different patterns and colors. Pocket letters are one of the first like real Happy Mail things that I think existed. I've been doing a lot more pocket letters lately. I love pocket letters, and I actually didn't used to love them, but now I do. I've gotten to really, really like them, and I enjoy doing them. So the way I'm going to use my flare buttons are, excuse me, is kind of like the gift in this. So it looks pretty in there, but also it is something that the recipient can take out and use for themselves, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So you'll see how I do that, but it truly fits in with the design of it all anyway, if that makes sense. It's not really, or it's not only for a cute, it's not only for a gift, but it's for, it looks cute and vice versa, if that makes sense. So they're going to be in the bottom left pocket. And I actually didn't do any sewing on this pocket letter. Hold on one second. I need to sneeze. Excuse me. I was going to say it's not coming out, and then all of a sudden it came out. Sorry about that. Trying to do this all in one take, so we're just gonna have to roll with sneezes. um, yeah, so I am embellishing this little pocket here with some phrase stickers and this pretty gold, puffy gold heart thing. It's very cute. So I'm gonna do that for now. Oh yes, I was saying I actually didn't do too much sewing on this one. I usually do a lot of sewing on my pocket letters, but I kept it pretty simple, and I think it still turned out great either way. I think there were a lot of embellishments on this, and it didn't really need all of the sewing. The weird thing about these Project Life cards, or these pocket cards, or whatever you want to call them, is they're just slightly too big for my page protector, so I don't know if that's the page protector's fault or what, but they're just slightly too big that they don't fit in, so I always have to cut these ones just sliver. It's kind of strange, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's just weird that they're just a little bit too big for the pockets. And that's what they're intended for. So kind of strange, but you know, I make it work. No big deal. So you can see that some of these are from the Project Life card pack or whatever it is, the pocket page. I don't even know what it's called because Project Life is like the brand, right? So when it's not Project Life brand, I don't know, 3x4 cards, I guess you could say. So yeah, just some of those are those cards, and then some are patterned papers. So I'm just going to make sure they're all trimmed to size and fit them in. They're a little squishy, but it works. I think that sequin mix really goes well. That peachy color goes well with this collection. But yeah, I think I was mentioning this earlier. This is the second time I'm doing this voiceover, but I think I mentioned this earlier that I do have a sequin mix that specifically matches this collection, but my mixes are pretty versatile. As you can see, this mix matches great with this collection, so you can't really go wrong with that. And I sewed the pocket shut where the sequin mixes are for with I don't know why I can't speak today. This is crazy. It's the end of the day, so maybe that's why. And it's a rainy day. It's actually been a rainy couple of weeks. It's kind of sad. What's the weather like been where you? Oh my gosh. What has the weather been like where you are? I feel like whenever I go on Instagram, people are like, "Oh, it's so rainy and gloomy out." So, let me know if it's rainy and gloomy on your part of the world too, because here it is gloomy. However, if it were below zero right now, it would be snow. So I'm just going to be really grateful that this is rain and it is not snow. So I hope it doesn't get too cold too soon. Only for selfish reasons. Um, Anyway, the pocket that I'm working on now, I used a doily from my stash. I love some of these florals. It came with the most beautiful floral pack. So I'm going to put some of that in there, and then I'm going to put that house up on foam. Sometimes when I do my pocket letters, I do a lot of it on the outside of the pocket page. And that helps me to be able to layer on different pockets better, but for some reason for this one, I didn't do that at all. I don't think I put anything except for the things I'm going to put and have put on the sequin mix pockets. I think those are the only ones that I do on the outside of the pocket, whereas normally I do almost everything on the outside of the pocket. But I don't know, something about this design that I went with that kind of just held everything in its own little pockets. So I do use a lot of foam though. I use a lot of foam, not gonna lie. So that didn't help with the cards being a little too small. That made things a little bit squishy, but it worked just fine. So it's all good. I was doing all of these pockets and then I realized that I haven't been using my puffy stickers. So I got my puffy stickers out. Oh, I love these wooden buttons from the collection as well. Um, so that kind of, I think, brings in all of the circular elements because we have the flares as well. Obviously, that's what we're here for, these flare buttons. And so I think that kind of like ties that together. Lots of circular elements as well as the sequins, more circular elements. So it's kind of cool how that all fits in together. And like I said, I got these puffy stickers out, so I decided to try putting some of the puffy stickers on the pockets that I had missed. Yeah, so what else? What else is there to talk about? Let's see, where do I go next? I don't even remember. The thing about using Project Life cards that are already embellished is that some you don't really have to do much to it, like that typewriter one. I didn't do anything to that page. I didn't even sew around the border of that one because I think it looked just fine on its own. And usually I sew around the border of plain cards at the very least, but this I just didn't do anything. And I still think it looks fantastic. For this one, I'm taking that the little bucket with flowers and putting that up on foam and making a little layered embellishment kind of thing here. And of course, using all of the tiny word stickers because I love tiny word stickers, and this collection comes with a lot. I also try to balance out the blacks a little bit. There's a little bit of black in here, such as the flare buttons, and then the black in that paper I'm working on, the words Grateful Heart, and then the background of that floral paper. So there is, there is some black throughout, but it's not like super harsh or anything. I decided to add that butterfly, excuse me, because I just liked how that looked, kind of the different layers, and of course we have the flare buttons and just adding some clear hearts as well. So I think it's starting to come together really well, and I'm liking how this looks. Have you guys made pocket letters lately? I don't know what it is, but I've just gotten really into them lately and having a lot of fun with them. Even though it's kind of like an older thing we used to do in Happy Mail, but they're fun to make. You know what I just realized? I never embellished the side or anything. I didn't put any washi tape on the side. I didn't put any charm or anything. I just realized that. Whereas normally I would embellish the side of it. Well, that's okay. I like the way it looks anyway, so no big deal. Turned out cute just as it is. Um, Adding these trees to here as well. I looked for a third tree and I didn't have one, so I stuck with two, and I put that green one up on some foam, and I really like the dimension it gives there. And then I couldn't help myself but put this puffy sticker bike there as well. I thought that looked really cute, so I did that. And there's Remy coming to say hi. She loves to be in the craft room with me and explore and look at everything. It may or may not be really annoying, but I still think she's adorable. After I finished filming this, she started this new-ish thing where she likes to crawl under the rug. So she'll crawl under the rug, and all you see is this like lump in the rug. So when I was finished, I looked over and I'm like, oh my goodness, I almost stepped on her. Not actually, but I like kicked her because I didn't know she was there. Um, but she loves being under blankets and rugs and sheets. I was trying to put a fitted sheet on my bed today, and she just stayed under it and she wouldn't come out. So I just paused on making my bed because she wouldn't come out from under the fitted sheet. If it's a loose one, it doesn't really matter because, well, it's loose, but you can't stuff a cat under a fitted sheet. So she wouldn't be able to come out if I did that. So I just took a pause on making the bed. It's weird because I've never had a cat that liked to be under things or tucked into bed or anything like that, but she does, and I gotta say, it's really adorable. It's really adorable tucking her into bed. Okay, back to the pocket letter. I put that little picture perfect moments up on some foam, and I added to the floral aspect of it by adding some of those floral pieces of ephemera. And then I could not figure out what to do on this last card because it was pretty particular in its placement, with it having like a white circular frame there with some flowers. So I had to be pretty particular about what I could put there. So I decided to put this little girl and this little, not little, but this, I don't know, adult woman, assuming it's the mother, but who knows. Decided to put them there and put them in the middle. And honestly, I kind of cover up their faces as I continue, but I think it looks fine. I think it still works. I really wanted more layers, and I was kind of struggling with that because I'm like, how do I make more layers without covering them up? So you'll see what I did. I kind of cover up their faces, but it's fine. I think it's fine. You'll have to let me know. um, I add this word family because I assume they're family, but they might not be. And so I kind of covered up their faces, but I think it's good enough. I think it's okay. Um, and I take off the wood piece, I think. Yeah, I don't leave that on there. Didn't love that. It was just like a little bit too bulky. Maybe if I had a smaller one, but I didn't have any of the smaller ones left. So I had some of the puffy flowers, and if you saw, I added some of those clear stickers that are the little X's or the little crosses that are black, so it kind of looks like I did little markings on it. And then gonna add some hearts from the ephemera pack as well. So, like I said, make sure you check out everyone else in the YouTube hop down below. See what they make with these flare buttons. I'm so curious to see what everyone else comes up with and what their projects are. I think it's going to be really cool to see how everyone uses their flare buttons. Um, Karen let us choose which ones we wanted, and then she sent them to us, which was so sweet of her. So thank you so much, Karen, for doing that. And congratulations on reaching 5K. That is very exciting. So excited for you and your business. So make sure y'all go out there and support the small businesses. This is literally the stuff that this is how we put food on our table and pay our bills. So please support the small businesses out there. And yeah, and speaking of flare buttons, I finish it off with that flare button there that I think kind of brings it all together. So here is a close-up of my project. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Like I said, go see everyone's videos down below. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye!